to partnerships, and so much more. Every week, we share stories and conversations that define us, navigating love, separations, the struggles of parenting, dealing with anxiety and managing the pressures and stress of life. Real conversations that bring us closer, helping us heal, grow, and connect. So join me Mondays through Fridays at 10 p.m. for Heartlines, the show where we connect hearts, have real conversations with real people, one story at a time.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us. Before we go into the gossip, let me quickly, check what's going on in the comment section. So we have from Oime Afia. She says, "Toby, you look gorgeous. Toby, you're gorgeous. Yes, you are."
Thanks.
But then can we drag Oime?
Okay, please, I'm ready.
Oime.
Our studio, our up and rising, up and rising rapper.
How far now? Do you know she said she has a meeting on the group?
Yeah, we done Baba J.
So how far?
We're waiting
And
for
Vector.
the. No, she's doing.
But how
she's
is it
doing,
going to
she's
be
doing
like
the
having
collaboration with Vector and
okay.
Emma. So I think it's Don Baba J that wants to set up the meeting.
That's interesting. But how is it going to be sounding like though?
When the sound drop, we shall know.
God,
From the snippets that she has given us, we await the music come back.
Oh my God. All right, on commotion level, we have Jude Okoye as he was forcefully accused of withholding royalties. Social media activist Very Dark Man says Cynthia Morgan owes Jude Okoye an apology after examining records showing he only collected about $3,860 in royalties since her debut. Now, Jude also presented a 2016 video proving Cynthia herself rebranded, clearing him of name right claims. So this story is quite a dicey one, and I feel like it's long overdue, really. The fact that VDM stepped into this one, I really don't know. I just hope that this is like the end of it, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, they should probably come together, have a tea talk, if that's possible, a coffee talk, or
Anyone that rocks your boy, even if it's Eba,
talk.
make una sha sit down.
And I think that Eba talk would be nice.
Actually, because this
God.
issue has been on since 2016.
To be honest,
like they say, there's three sides to every story. There's this person's side, this person, and then there's the truth. Now, I had to do a deep dive into this whole issue, and it took me down a rabbit hole. Now, the whole issue of the name claim, apparently, Cynthia never came out to say that Jude stopped her from using the names. I mean, that was the name she was giving birth to with.
Yeah.
So apparently, it was we. They say it's also it's we that decided to come to the conclusion that Jude actually stopped her, and that the whole Madrina rebranding actually came up when she was still within under his label and whatnot.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm just going to say about this issue is, now that VDM brought out this whole evidence and whatnot, now what if Jude just showed VDM what he wanted him to see?
Right.
Obviously, he might not have gone deep into it. Obviously, maybe the royalties, yes, that's what he could have earned, because I know that Jude came out to say at a point, I think in 2020, that he spent about 40M to shoot her music videos. See, long story short, people should actually come together. Both Cynthia, Jude, the record label, and VDM. As VDM is not their mediator, they not see lawyer again to help them to mediate. It's VDM what is going to go and do mediator. They should sit down, discuss whatever it is that needs to be discussed, and let this issue go. Because I feel Jude has done his own part, because they say that there is no smoke without fire.
Yes.
I know when this thing came out, Pete, I think either Peter or Paul, one of them, came out to actually kind of side with Cynthia and said that he saw what she obviously went through under the record label. That
giving him to was
he was a victim. So that means that in a way, Uncle Jude too has his own issues, and maybe Cynthia too had her own issues. Why the catalog now is with VDM, I did not know. You did not see her lawyer to go and meet. It's VDM, you have to hand over her catalog to story for another day. But as VDM is now their in-between person, please call them. Let them have a sit down. Let them discuss. Let everybody hug themselves out and let this issue go.
To be honest,
because I mean, like I know we said this on the table before, that nobody has been able to replicate the kind of sound Cynthia gave us.
Yes.
And now she said she's not want to do music again, no problem. But like she needs to move on. We need to move on past this. It's becoming something that we're dragging for too long.
I agree. To be honest, I agree 100%. It's not about talk. I think they really need to have it. And the fact that Cynthia's saying she doesn't want to do music again, do you think that's the right thing for her?
I mean, I feel given
I
the
feel,
fact that what she went through,
hmm
she's still traumatized.
yeah, but I mean, I don't think you not saying you don't want to do music again is what would literally help the situation. Given that, I mean, there's this time, the first time she came out, and I think there are a bit of drugs and all that, what's going on with her and all of that. Given that she has even changed with the way we knew her even color, complexion, and all of that. So I feel like she first of all needs to go and of course go therapy and all of that so that she can be mentally stable. And just like you said, her sound is quite unique, and it's something that I think we actually need, right now. I mean, the Afrobeat, I'm speaking for Afrobeat now. Given that we've seen so many, I mean, style of raps, thanks to Dumudu, the likes of Charlie Poppy, and the rest of them. So we need that kind of energy, right? And I think that, of course, the sky is always open. And I think that she should just use what is going on now to her advantage, given that everybody is curious as to what exactly is even going on with her and all. So let her just keep setting things behind. Is it royalty money that is now the problem? People should just sit down and talk, and let's know how to, figure this out. But yeah, I think one other problem that I'm literally tired of is this issue between Iyabo Ojo, that's Queen Mother, and Lizzy. And that's something we'll be talking about later. But let's move on to Tems. Tems.
Baby girl Tems.
I love Tems. You guys know I love Tems. So Tems sets record following FIFA Club World Cup final performance. So Temilade Okpeniyi, known as Tems, made history as the first African artist to perform at the FIFA Club World Cup final halftime show in New Jersey. Now, singing her hit "Love Me Jaja, Love Me Tender," she shared the stage with J Balvin, Doja Cat, and surprise performer Coldplay, marking an iconic blend of global music and sport. So honestly speaking, yeah, I am actually very proud of Tems. Tems started, I think 2020, 2019. That's when Tems started. I mean, I remember her, not her first song per se, but one of the songs that actually blew her to where she is, which is "Try Me." That I love that song so much. That song was on repeat.
Yeah.
Even my mom can sing "Try Me." That's how bad it is. And I remember, like, I was literally playing it over and over, and then I was curious, who exactly is this girl?
person?
Do you understand her sound?
Yeah,
the
her
way
voice, the depth of her voice.
Jesus, beautiful. Do you understand? And she's what she's doing is not entirely different from what we are seeing out there. I mean, we have the same, we have Tiwa giving almost same sound, we have Arasta giving almost same sound, but then it's how she's able to uniquely do her thing without having to even shake. I just love it. Beginning of this year, we've just been seeing all the bars that she has been breaking. I think she's the first African, for her name to be on the Billboard and all of that. Like, it's just beautiful to see. And each of her songs, of course, they're always a banger. Another one. Like, honestly, I am proud. And this one, I mean, having to read this, I'm not even surprised. I'm like, I know, she's always breaking the bar. So yeah, let's just keep it moving,
Yeah. But it's something we've always said, that the growth of Afrobeat is very amazing.
Honestly.
It's like we've gone global. It's something
we have the right set of people. That's why.
Like, we have bragging rights. Bragging rights. It belongs to us. And it's great to see her growth from when she first dropped her single and whatnot, and she actually grew, and now she's been recognized on the global stage and whatnot. And I think I said it before, that the entertainment is one of the few things that I'm proud of. I can say is working in Nigeria.
Period.
Every
I
other
agree.
thing,
I think that's even number one.
It's number
it's
one.
Number one.
I can't say for any other thing, but the
Bro.
entertainment, especially Afrobeats, even our Nollywood movies
Nollywood
too,
is
are
doing
doing good.
Yes.
So big one to Tems, and big ups to we too.
To we, yeah.
He's our girl now.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
No, but honestly, yeah, I feel like she's one of the persons that actually doing so well in the music industry. Like, where you see your seniors and you see what they are doing and you say, you know what, let me follow their footsteps. That's exactly what she's doing. I say Arasta be doing good things too, but then I think we need Ara to
let me be a bit controversial. I know when Tems blew up in the limelight, people kind of attributed her growth to Big Daddy Wiz. That
I disagree.
That if Wiz had not collaborated with her, like, would she have? That she may have grown, but not at the speed she did after the I said it. I had a conversation with the person.
I
And I said I
disagree as
disagree.
well.
But the person is a Wizkid fan. Said that it's Wizkid's collaboration.
You have just said it is a Wizkid fan. What do you want them to? It's just like when Oyima is here. What do you think Oyima will say?
And
Exactly.
I know a few people had that hot take that it was actually the collaboration that with Wizkid that kind of actually boosted her to that global level
It's a lie.
where she's actually recognized and whatnot. But it is
Ah.
what it is. Without Wizkid or with Wizkid, she's doing great. Her sound is great. She's
What?
doing beautifully well. And now we can see the proof.
Simple. And did you have actually not even heard this?
You've not heard it before?
To be honest.
Wow, a lot of people that time. I think
Who would tell me that?
was it during the Grammy Abi when that they said that if not because of Wizkid,
I'm
the collaboration with Wizkid, that the likes of
What?
Wusef would not have known her.
That's some jokes. I'm not joking. That's some jokes. Only Try Me alone had everybody curious to know who exactly she was. Before Essence, what are you people saying? She had a many songs. She had Try Me. She had there's this many of them. I beg, see, you see why I really don't like. If you don't bring out evidence, I'm not going to listen to you. People are just arguing cabs. Like, come on now. I beg. There's something you may ask for you guys on the comment section, and she says coming through. You guys should get ready.
Oyime, please. Oyime, please.
Okay.
We're already ready. Drop the song.
Don't drop the song.
No,
Exactly. Then she went for that to say, I think both Jude, his brother, and Cynthia should have a heart-to-heart conversation. And I also feel sometimes VDM likes to take sides. You know, say normal, you already you have always been a VDM enemy. Or I don't even know.
No, but
the right
actually
word.
looking at that
But
video, it did seem like he took side. Because
he apologized, literally.
no, I went to watch the video Cynthia dropped first
Okay.
before VDM now responded to that video.
Okay.
Then she now dropped another live video where she said that apparently she and VDM had been in communication prior to this video he dropped, that they had been in communication. He was asking, what's going on between you and Jude, there was the whole issue. And she said in that video that VDM was even supposed to help set up a meeting with her and Jude and whatnot. Now, when that VDM's video came out, it did seem like he was taking sides with Jude. Because, like I said, there are always three sides to the story. At this point, we don't know what the exact truth is. But from what she said, is that she felt like since they were doing communication, when Jude showed him whatever it is he showed, she felt that he could have called her, like this is what they're already having a conversation with. He could have gone back to her that, this was what this person said, true or not. Now that would have expedited him actually trying to, get this meeting so that we can know what's going on. But giving that video he did, it actually seemed like he had actually taken Jude's side and believed that, Cynthia Morgan misled us, whatnot, and that's it.
So I think that this has always been something that D1 himself has always been complaining about, where you hear from this side, you don't wait to hear from this other side. Once somebody just show you evidence,
You take it.
You take it and you just keep it moving. So I think that's something that we've seen with VDM over time. But then I think one other thing I've liked about him is the fact that for every time he says rubbish, he comes out and admits that he says rubbish and he apologizes for it. Yes. So I mean, even when he came out to support Jude and all, he still apologized that he was with Cynthia before and now, after he has seen the evidence that Jude has to show him, he's now with. So if at all there's anything that Cynthia says that, I mean, of course with time we'll know what exactly goes on, what exactly goes on, and also I'm very sure that VDM will still come out and give us the latest news. He has a big mouth. You guys know that. So
now that it's as if VDM is everybody's lawyer. VDM is not the mediator.
But that's his job now. That's what he wants.
That's what he wants.
Yes. Why do you think we know VDM?
Jenny's
What's the
glue.
cost?
Jenny's glue.
This guy is not okay.
It's Jenny's glue now.
Yeah, we know that. He started off having to fight for people, with the whole skin
Skincare issue.
Exactly. So with that, he went on to having to help people that have been scammed and all. Now he's fighting for people.
Maybe he should just open an agency and employ people, do it as full-time work.
I heard he's the fourth arm of government.
Oh, wow. You see?
They say that's what he calls himself, though.
Oh, the fourth arm of government.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Interesting information.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting. I mean, I've always known that he calls himself, a CP, what's that police this thing now? That he, for social media and all of that. So I didn't know now that he's not part of the fourth arm of government. The only thing that we need now is for the constitution to recognize that.
Abi.
Interesting. On to the next, I beg. We have Yemi Sholade. I'm guessing that's the right pronunciation to the word. Apologizes to Afiz Owo, over 20-year-old on set slap. So this story is quite a funny one. Let me read it out. And it says, a veteran actor, Yemi, publicly apologized to fellow actor Afiz Owo for slapping him over 2 decades ago during a film shoot outside Ibadan. Now, speaking on behind the famed African A-list, Yemi said he got infuriated after an insult and expressed sincere regret for his actions. Now, there are two things I would literally say on this one. The first one is the fact that he's apologizing, right? I mean, better late than never. 20 years, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm actually believing that, when the incident happened at that time, that's 20 years ago, he must have definitely apologized to Afiz, right? I mean, that's what's on my head. But if you didn't apologize at that time and now you're apologizing, back on my head, I'm like, what exactly is going on with you? Then secondly, there's something he mentioned, which I would actually agree, because I think it's a bit relatable, which is the fact that anything can happen, and he will not feel it. But then when people insult him, let me use his word, he gets, infuriated and is like, what exactly is going on? And that's why he actually slapped Afiz, right? He gave us a back end story about what exactly happened. So they're on set, and I think there's something happened with the power supply and all of that. Yeah. And then he was asking the guy, like, how far now? Since you're the one in charge, what's going on? And according to him, the guy wasn't giving him the answer or the response that he needed at that time. And somehow he felt insulted, and that's why he had to slap the guy. And then he at that time he felt like, oh, he has done something wrong and all. And that's why I'm saying that he of course must have apologized to him at that time, because it not make sense. It not go make sense. But we say, apologize that time. Now after 20 years, you can't apologize. I mean, but yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is, but excuse me, you slap me 20 years after, now comes come and apologize. There'll be problem.
It's gonna be a problem.
It's giving Chris
You
Rock.
like that
It's
word?
giving Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Okay.
Like, come on. Like, we know, okay, like we spoke on the emotions and how, the emotions are very strong, and anger is a very powerful emotion. Now, I want to believe that behind the scenes, there has been talks, there has been mediations and whatnot, and he actually did apologize to this man. But I want to now know why he's coming out 20 years after to now come out. Like, if he had not come out to say this thing, nobody would have known that this kind of thing happened. But now, 20 years after, you feel the need to actually come and say that, oh, this went down and I slapped this person, whatnot. Like, uncle, daddy, sorry, he's not even uncle. Daddy. It's really not necessary, to be honest. Like, what is the backstory behind this coming out at this point in time?
I just feel like, it was stated here that he was interviewed and all. So I just want to believe that
maybe somebody
they asked him something relating to that, and that's why he had to explain, because it's not, it doesn't even make any sense where you just come forward and then the first thing you're saying from your mouth is this. Make it make sense. But then I want to actually, because he's a veteran, that's one. He's someone that, many people actually really love.
Yeah.
I love him personally because he's a great actor, right? So I just want to believe that, he must have apologized before now, and he probably just,
Anyways,
I just see the need to
I love
apologize
the show.
again.
I love the show of maturity and the show of accountability.
Accountability, exactly.
So yeah, it's a good one, because I know that there are many celebrities that will know that if such a thing happened, they'll be like, he caused it. It's not my fault.
It's not my fault, exactly.
But the fact that I was able to come up and say that, okay, you know what, I was actually in the wrong and I take responsibility for it. I think that's a thing that so many people need to learn, because fine, maybe in the moment he did, push you, like Will Smith too. In a way, he was pushed, but the apology actually eventually came.
Yeah.
So yes, when somebody in the moment, when person vex you, but you try to do something against the person, learn to apologize and say that, okay, my bad.
My bad.
Yeah.
All right, our bad. We'll be going on a short break now. When we come back, we'll go straight into what Iyabo Ojo and Lizzy has for us. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Stay safe. Bless. Yo, let's talk about things in Nige. Most of the man them sucking Gary, the rest them eating rice. One fight for a little force and Stinnable came and increased the price. It's your boy Kid Drastic. And shout out to Gossip Gala. You can come on here to watch best gossips and trendy stories and this thing. So stay safe. Bless.
All right. Thank you so much for staying with us. Straight in to Iyabo Ojo. You see all the stories I want to take is juju wise. So I really don't know. Would actually talk about it. Like, I mean, what do you guys think about voodoo and all of this kayamata? I want to say kayamata nonsense, but I mean, it is what it is, really. All right, Iyabo Ojo slams Lizzy Anjorin. You took my name to a herbalist. Nollywood actress Iyabo Ojo accused colleague Lizzy of taking her and her children's names to a herbalist to curse them. Tensions escalated after a fire at Iyabo's Lagos office. Now, Iyabo threatened legal consequences, stating Lizzy should be held accountable if anything happens to her or her family. At this point, I think that legal whatever is what we need right now. Yes, I mean obviously the ADR stuff that they both did not work.
It did not
You
work.
understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this point,
We need to have an
I don't
actual
I
court
don't
case.
I don't want Iyabo to even threaten. I want her to do it. You understand? We don't want talk. Show us the action. Because I mean the fact I feel like it's a heavy one having to come out to say that Lizzy actually took your name and that of your children, I mean your family, to Baba. I don't know. I want to ask her, how do you know? Exactly, that happened. But, I mean, it is what it is, really. If she feels like, Lizzy took her and her family's name to one Baba, I think that's legal, whatever that they want to do. Should that lawsuit, we need to, she
The
file
lawsuit
it.
actually needs to
Yes.
happen at this point because
I'm
ADR did not
tired.
work.
Didn't
ADR was
work.
meant to be like a mediation,
Mhm.
off court and
Yeah,
whatnot,
yeah.
but it's not working. Now, this their whole beef is becoming very tiring.
It is. Tired.
And these are two women that are veterans in the Nollywood epic space.
Honestly.
And it's very sad to see that this is what it is degenerating into. What even caused this beef, safe? If you actually try and reason what caused
You
this
go
beef,
see in one small
is
matter.
would I call it small? I feel it was the time when I know there was a time where I think Auntie Lizzy was accused of either doing fake transfer, be stealing gold and whatnot, and then I think it was from there that the bad blows started. Like, you two are mature female adults. Emphasis on the mature and the adults, because you can be an adult and not be mature.
I agree.
You people are two female adults. I feel it does not need to go into, oh, you're dragging my kids to Babalawo, you're taking this person to. It's becoming very petty
Like,
and very unnecessary
we
at
get
this
here?
point. Like, how did we get here? I mean, we hear people call VDM because VDM seems to be the great mediator these days.
I mean,
But now let's look into the whole accusation of taking you to Babalawo and whatnot. Please, how?
that's what I'm saying. Like, how
Who
did
was
she
the
know?
informant
Exactly,
that told you
like,
that she took your name to
one
Babalawo
Baba.
and whatnot? See, you people are doing fine. The two of them are doing fine in their own space.
Obviously.
Friendship is not by force.
Simple.
If we cannot coexist, no problem. But the fact that we now have to degenerate into dragging children into it, dragging family members into it, calling this person this,
Out.
calling this person out, like it's enough. Is either you people settle this thing and let it go, or you actually sue yourselves.
Simple.
Like, let there be an actual court case where a judge will actually sit down, deliberate. Okay, there was defamation of character. There was like Iyabo is already going through a cyberbullying
yeah.
petition at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think this is something that she should necessarily want to add to her plate and to her table.
But
Like-
that's what she said she wants to do. That's what I'm saying. Don't threaten anything. Just go and do it if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, because
I
I
mean-
know VDM released a video about. I think last week where he said that Iyabo tends to be very emotional, which
She
I
is,
think
actually.
I agree. Now, when you come out, you can tend to say the wrong things, which the other person can use as a leverage to
Of course.
actually, pinpoint at you. So, Auntie Iyabo, at this point, let us take legal action. Let us take legal steps. As long as you have the solid evidence, should okay, this happened. Let a judge decide, because you people going at each other's throats online is not doing it anymore. It's becoming very messy. It's becoming very unnecessary. And we, your fans, we don't love it for you. I mean, you already have a lot going on. Let
To be
this
honest,
rest.
I think at this point we actually need to see that maturity kick in. Because it's one thing for Lizzy to come out and blab and make noise and all, and you just being the mature person, just look at it and say,
I'm like, what
okay,
is this?
let's keep it moving.
Exactly.
But the fact that you see the need to respond, you see the need to go,
Like that period
Abeg.
of Prissy's wedding, when Lizzy came out and was comparing her wedding that she did in how many years ago to Priscilla's wedding. I know that Iyabo did not
are
come
you
out.
dumb?
Like, it was actually
God, abeg.
people that were saying how desperate
Like,
and how immature can you be that
Jesus
you are
Christ.
comparing your wedding of how many years ago to a 19. I mean, how old is Prissy's wedding of 2025? Like, so when you don't respond, they say silence is the best answer for a fool.
To be honest.
To be honest, at this point, I feel Iyabo should just let this thing go.
Uh-uh.
As long as there is no tangible evidence that, okay, either she was the one that set her office to the fire,
yeah.
to fire or whatnot. Let's
Or she's
Liz,
aggrieved group.
or she's a grief group. Let Lizzy be Lizzy and let her do her own thing and let her continue her own ranting. That is what Lizzy wants to be, an upcoming content creator. Now she has said that is Iyabo's name she wants to use. No problem. It's not everything that you respond to, because as a brand herself, she's beginning to drag her brand through the mud.
To be honest. And I feel like this Lizzy woman, she has always been like this, so let's not lie. If you look at all her footsteps and all, there was this time where I think it was her birthday or so, and she was, Toke was supposed to come and sing for her, and somehow Toke said she's not singing again. It was serious kasala. So I just feel like probably this is how this Lizzy babe is. So instead of having to reply and all, just
like, you don't reply to everything. Just let her be on a run. It will get to a point, she will sit herself down and be like, what is going on? The person you're attacking is not answering you. Give it a rest. But when you're now fueling fire for fire, it's just going to blow up into unnecessary. Exactly. So you're just basically fueling her this thing. They should let it go, please. You people are two aunties that we love in this industry. And the funny thing is that we actually thought that this thing was over.
To be honest,
I think
because there was a pause.
There was a pause. I think it was last year, either last year or late 2023, where we actually thought that, and doing a birthday party or so, that we saw them together and whatnot. The same way Davido and Whiskey too deceived us that they were good and fine, but apparently it was just for show. But it is what it is. Please, people should rest. Rest in Jesus' name.
All right, on to the next in the juju whatever. We have here Uche Maduago says Judy didn't use juju on your Doche. She treated him like a king. I didn't know that. For once, I never knew this guy can actually make so much sense like this. Because I've only seen him as a joker, to be honest. But then, to some extent, I kind of agree with some of the things that he has said. Yeah, the parts where you have to treat your husband or the man in your life as a king, because to be honest, he is, is he not? Or a lord. I feel like that's how I see my man, really. So to some extent I kind of agree. And you see that part where he was, first off, who was actually I don't think I've heard it before, but I think I've actually seen. They've always made it look like that, where they say that Judy somehow is using some kayamata or something on Doche. But honestly, if you look at the both of them, you will know that your Doche wants to be here. Maybe that's how juju works. So I don't know.
The juju will clear yourself.
So because if you even look at the way they dance. From his videos, his movies and all, Yo has always been that strict person. I don't think I would consider, Yo to be that person that wants to dance
and want to create
exactly
content.
But you see him doing that with Judy. But then that also goes back to say that there are times where men want to just be babied. Men want to just be babies. And
true.
also that part where you see him dancing, that part where you see him do like this, when she call him a similitude of I'm like, okay. But honestly, I love their relationship. I love that connection that I see between both of them. It might be a show, we don't know. You get, but then I like that, that connection that I see. And that's why I kind of agree with Uche, saying that it might not necessarily be juju by starting the both of them, but it might just be the way she's treating him.
But so, first of all, we're not in the marriage.
Exactly.
We're not in the family to know whether what's her name? May did not treat him well or not.
That's true.
Now, so we cannot make conclusions based on whatever it is that anybody is telling us.
But then there was this rumor that was passed. I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's actually true, right? But I think it was your Doche that actually said that between him and May, it was more like an arranged thing. Where she had the child for him or something, and somehow their father had to tell
force
him
them to
get married. So if you look at that, if that's really the backstory, I think it really makes sense where you've gotten to that point where you've seen someone that you really love and you're like, I really can't do this, given that I've never even really loved you from the instance.
If you never really love somebody from the beginning, you will not be having numerous children with that person.
Don't do that though.
No, because
don't do that though.
See, that's my belief.
Again. See, if it's from a human perspective, I can understand. If a woman doesn't love you, she doesn't see a reason to even have sex with you. So she will, of course, always be on pills. But from the man's perspective, they just want to release. You get it? Exactly. They just want to bring down an EP and keep it moving. So yeah. So if it's that's what I said, if it's from a woman's perspective, I can understand. She doesn't love you, of course she doesn't see the need to want to even have sex. To the extent where she's even pregnant.
I'm
She
being
go come
true.
out and-
But now let's look at this. Our last two stories are talking about juju and whatnot.
Mhm.
Please, this juju is it real, my people? Do
Are
you
you
actually believe that this juju is real?
It's real.
See, okay,
Oh, real, girl.
if this juju is real,
Tell
why
me.
is it that the Nigerian juju is never for something good? It's always to harm people.
So again,
Mm-hmm.
it's the personality.
Okay.
It's just like when they say that Nigerians have bad character.
Okay.
But let's be honest, it's not
It's not
everybody,
everybody
that
that
has.
has bad character.
I think it could be that I have bad character. But my mom doesn't have a bad character.
Mm-hmm.
You get it? So you see that it depends on the personality. So I actually think that, all of those pairs. First, there's something called we don't have enough time, but then there's something called the 4 elements: water, wind, blah, 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 those kind of things. Now, everybody has the power to be able to know how to use each of those things.
Okay.
Again, then the belief system comes in.
Okay.
What exactly do you even have faith in? Do you believe that if you hold water now, you can actually stand? Just like in the Bible where Jesus was working and how Peter, if you remember that particular part where Peter started sinking and Jesus told had to
The
tell him,
belief,
you have
yeah.
little faith. Exactly. So again, it's your belief system that needs to kick in for certain things to actually work. So if
Okay.
you believe that the universe can actually do certain things to your your understanding or to what you've agreed or decree on, it would work. There's a part in the Bible where, it was said that whatever you decree on earth is decree in heaven. Whatever is bound here on earth is bound in heaven. Again, is what you believe in. All of those things, again, we don't have enough time for me to go into it. So, of course, there's something called juju. There's something like, power, all of those things. Of course, it do exist. But then it's the personality. Is you that now use this power for either good or bad.
Okay, so our in-house rapper gave us a comment and said, waiting Uche no.
You know everything. Don't do that.
He's our red bra ambassador. Waiting is Sabi. But okay, I feel the one thing that I would say that I agree, like you said, women, when you're in a relationship with a man, from the beginning to the end, always make your man feel loved. I'm not saying that May did not make her husband feel loved. We're just trying to, generalize and just, take sense from the nonsense he
Nonsense,
said.
like I said, yeah.
Always make your man feel loved, and vice versa too. Always make your partner feel loved to the extent whereby it's a continuous thing, not the one that at the beginning, it's all lovey-dovey, I love bombing, and then towards the end, you just, dead it. In-house,
Okay.
before we go, in-house rapper also said, "Na cloud chaser him be. The right thing the right thing to do is for you to divorce her, period, and you guys should go your separate ways." True. We're waiting for the divorce to happen, but I don't think Uncle You is ready
He's
to
ready
give
for that.
it.
Well, that's on that.
In total, I think he's still deep somehow, in somewhere inside his heart. He still actually loves May, but I think May is actually
He's
just
the
done.
mother of his children.
I
Come
think
on.
May is actually done with the relationship, but it is what it is. It's just sad that this is happening under Pete Idoche's nose.
That's the thing.
But they will be all right in the end, my people.
All right, so it's important that we emphasize on this one before we go. And this is from Smart Doctor. As he warns after bad luck house experience. Says, if you want rent house,
Pray,
ask well. Oh.
pray and ask.
See, first off, shout out to Smart Doctor, yeah? But you see on the story, it's actually something that we need to emphasize on.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's something that a lot of people even understand. Except, people that don't believe in that there's power and all of that, of course, you have an issue with that. But then, it's actually real. Like, I've heard so many stories of people that, move into a particular house and their
everything-
destiny is tied.
Everything actually literally
Oh my
goes
God.
wrong.
From 100 to 0, like, come on. It's really a lot. But then I'd like to hear you. What do you
Let's
think?
even leave the spiritual part out of it for a second. When you actually want to rent a house, there are a lot of things you need to ask.
Of course.
If it's not all that glitters is gold.
I
Even though we
agree.
used to catch cruise, I will pack everything. Then when we reach house, we go select.
Go select.
But when you want to rent a house, especially in this Nigeria, there's some important questions you need to ask, because you ask if the house is a house that has neighbors. You ask the neighbor, how is the environment? What is the landlord like?
Yeah.
What are the fellow tenants like? So you make you no go jam at backo. And then looking at the spiritual aspect, so you also have to pray, because
Yeah.
you don't know how people get their source of money and what it is that they have done, or maybe there is an angry spirit in the house or whatever.
Yeah,
But whatever
if
it
somebody
is,
died there.
exactly, do your due diligence, both physically and spiritually, so that your life will not go from 100 to 0.
Amen to that. I don't know if there's a prayer there. But honestly speaking, yeah, I just feel like, can we check the comment section if you have comment there? I just feel like this is something that a lot of people need. This is something that we don't need to take for granted, right? It's important. All this juju, all this thing is important. Read the comments. Already they smile.
Uyime,
Read the comments.
please leave this place. Uyime said I have a live performance tomorrow. Get ready.
Wow.
So that means you shouldn't miss the show tomorrow, guys.
Exactly. Don't miss it for anything. All right, this is where we'll draw the curtain. Invisible curtain. We'll draw it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay blessed and put your ear down for more gossip. Bye.